Hey YouTube! So every once in a while we get people who send us messages saying, do you guys ever fight? Do you guys ever disagree on things? And how do you get past it? And today we're actually having a pretty good argument. We've been having a pretty good fight all through the morning about a concept on race. Now, as you guys know, we have a Gay Family Values Facebook page where I post all kinds of pictures of other LGBT families, and the way those pictures come to us is that people share them with us. They send them to us with the blessing of sharing their picture. I would never share or post somebody's picture that I found online without getting their permission first on our Gay Family Values page. Now, over the years since we've been doing our activism here, we've been accused lots of different times about not being inclusive or somehow being racist towards African Americans for not displaying their images or for showing their images. And I got the same comment this morning. I got a comment from a lady who accused me basically of being racist for not sharing any pictures of people of color. And I had kind of a strong response to that, and I guess I vented a little bit on that page about, people making accusations against other people, for instead of doing something about it themselves. So if this person had sent me basically a picture of their family, I would have shared it. And if I hadn't shared that picture, I would have been, she would have had every right to accuse me of racism. The fact that she did not even give me a picture to share, but automatically attacked me for not being inclusive, really kind of pissed me off, and I kind of vented. Now this is where our argument comes in, because it's not so much that Bryan disagrees with what I said, but it's the way that I said it. And that's where I feel like Bryan is really trying to neuter me and my personality, that somehow I'm supposed to be more PC in order to make Bryan and our followers more happy. And I take offense at that.
It's not about making people happy. You often say that the point of this is to bring up dialogue and to help people learn. Mm-hmm. But then you always pair that with, we need to confront people on it. Mm-hmm. And to me, if you want to open dialogue, you have to be willing to learn new things. You have to be open yourself. And if you're in a confrontational state, you're A, not reaching the person you're trying to make a point to because you've made them defensive. And B, you're not open to learning new things yourself. So my point is not to neuter Jay or to take away his strength or to not be supportive as his husband. It's really that, it's not the Jay show. Jay doesn't get to go on there and just let it be his.
And it's not, but and to be honest, YouTube, and this is the part that really irritates me. Bryan spends zero time on the Gay Family Values Facebook page. He doesn't respond to people. He doesn't post any, articles or blogs or pictures that interest him. He leaves it to the Jay show. I have the responsibility of making sure that all of our different activist sites run, function, and that people are responded to. I spend a good part of my day working to do that. Bryan spends a good time of his free time playing video games.
So you see.
So I just find
this is now where we've taken an argument that was about that comment, and you're bringing in other things that are unrelated.
I get that, but my point is, you leave a lot of the personal responsibility.
Can we take a pause?
We'll take a pause.
This is kind of how we argue with each other.
Yeah, we love each other, we don't hate each other.
And you guys are getting a little bit of a window into that.
And we're purposely making this video because we feel like you guys need to see that. I mean, just being in a long-term loving relationship does not mean that you guys always get along with each other. It doesn't mean that you always, I cannot stand Bryan all through the gym today. We were having a workout and he was just doing every chance he could to piss me off. Based off of this argument. He's passive-aggressive when he's angry.
I was not doing any of that.
You were too. You were totally being passive-aggressive.
No, I wasn't. So, at any rate, yes. I mean, all long-term couples fight and have disagreements. And we're having a particularly, strong one at the moment. I'd really like to keep the conversation, though, away from what started the argument.
And I disagree with that. I think that, my way of coming at the world, my personality, is to take things head on. Okay? When I hear something that I disagree with, I respond to it. I don't overthink it. I don't try to put it in the most PC terms. I respond to it. And when somebody accuses me of being a racist, I have a strong response to that. And I don't feel like I need to neuter, censor my opinion on it.
Now, see, it's to me though. You're using words like PC and neuter, and it's not about that. I mean, people use the word PC like it means you're not speaking the truth. No, what you're doing is realizing that truth is bigger than just your own truth, and not being a big fat jerk face to the person you're talking to.
But that's not. I was not a big fat jerk face, and I responded in a very appropriate way. I was not racist. I was not inappropriate. I did not call them names. I told them that they were incorrect in their opinion, and that we do not actively go out and search for pictures to post on this page. These are pictures that people send us because they care about the LGBT movement.
And I agreed with you on that we're not out there, we don't have to go out there and look for people's pictures to post. They were just pictures that people were sending to us, and we were putting them up as well.
When an African-American person accuses me of being racist, I have a very strong response to that.
No, this
and
is
I don't
about
feel like I
equal
have
time
to put
now.
it in.
This is about equal time. You don't get to just talk over everybody. Now, the fact of the matter is, you didn't put it in that kind of, even-tempered, logical terms. You said, I find that offensive. And if you have something to say, you need to post your own pictures, and the African-American community needs to stand up for themselves.
It was not said in that context.
It really
so if you guys want to see the conversation, believe me, it's very active right now on our Gay Family Values Facebook page, and I did not say it in that context. Basically, if you're going to accuse me of being a racist, you need to do something about that. I mean, you need to send me a picture of your family so I can post it. Now, if you had sent me a picture of your family and I didn't post it, then of course you can make that assumption that maybe I'm a racist. But LGBT white people are not necessarily racist, and I'm sick and tired of constantly.
I don't think anybody should be making the assumption that someone is racist
without
knowing.
But that is a constant problem that we've seen over the last 4 or 5 years that we've been doing YouTube and Facebook and getting those accusations from people from a community, and I think it should be addressed, and that's where we have a disagreement.
But I think those same things can be addressed without doing it in attack mode.
I didn't do it in attack mode. I responded to a mean-spirited post in a way that I felt like was appropriate. And that's how I respond to things.
This is attack mode.
Okay? To a person who's passive and doesn't like to argue and doesn't like to have strong communications about anything with anybody. That is Bryan. He's a passive personality. No, I am not a passive personality. I'm A-type, and I come at things head-on. So I am respectful, and I am not, I don't call people names, but I do have strong feelings on certain things, and I have a strong feeling about anybody accusing somebody of something when they've taken no action of their own.
YouTube, we opened our family to the internet so that people could see how a gay family functions, and I think people think that they see, everything there is to see. People have a level of familiarity with us, and because of that, they feel like they can judge, But oftentimes, the whole picture isn't there. With any celebrity, there's a lot to them maybe you don't know or don't see.
Oh, you're a celebrity now?
Okay.
Oh, maybe he's a celebrity.
Maybe I overstated. I was actually thinking of the Jodie Foster rant, actually, when I said that. There's a lot to people that you just don't see when you see them online or on TV or on movies, So you have to kind of take that with a grain of salt. And when the girl made the comment that she made, and it really was, wow, thanks for excluding us, it hurt me too, But to me, I would have been, I'm sorry you feel that way. But, these pictures that we posted are pictures that people have sent to us, not that we have searched out. If you have pictures you would like us to post, feel free to send them to us.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing, there's nothing wrong with the way you just expressed yourself. But that's Bryan. That's the way Bryan expresses himself. That's not Jay. Jay does not express himself in the world that way. I'm an opinionated A-type personality. When I'm attacked, I respond in a forceful way. I don't go, thank you for coming to my page, and thank you for giving me your racist opinion that you think I'm a racist, and thank you for pointing out something that I should have been aware of.
And
no, but we're different that way. We're built differently, and that's kind of why our relationship works. But if it wasn't for people like me who was willing to take on strong issues and fight, we would not have our channel.
Yeah, believe me, when it comes to people, like, I don't know if anybody remembers when we were getting attacked by 4Gs, or even with the most recent Pastor Manning, having the bull in the china shop is a really good thing, because he'll tell them where to stick it, and sometimes they really need to hear that. There's a time for when you need to build bridges, and a time when you need to stand and say, no, you're not crossing that bridge, I will not let you. It takes both of our points of view, and even though we disagree, sometimes for several days, ultimately, though, Jay's right. It is a part of what makes our relationship work, and we will come back together at the end of it. So we do disagree on some topics, and it's not like The Good Wife where I'm going to stand by and go, oh, I support you no matter what.
But you know, you too. I mean, there are people out there who just love Bryan and can't stand me. I get that.
And
there are people that love my rant videos.
I hate that TJ Team Bryan thing.
Well, it's true. There are people who love when I take on these types of issues, like Jodie Foster and Bill Clinton and Glad. There are people that want to hear that opinion and learn those things. And you hate it when I do them. So there are people out there who hate when I make those kind of videos, and we always do lose subscribers. But when I have to start censoring who I am as a person and my opinions, I'll stop making YouTube videos, because for me, the whole point of this channel is to start the dialogue, to start the conversation.
But you get really caught up in the expressing of the opinion part, and there's another half, and that's the listening part.
And that's where the comments come in the videos. That's where I learn and I grow from people's comments, and I reflect on what I've said.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have the same point of view on a lot of different topics, and there are people who are on Team J and people who are on Team Bryan. But does that mean...
We need t-shirts that say Team J.
But does that mean that there's actually two separate teams?
No, we're one team.
Exactly.
Okay. So no matter whether you agree with my venting and ranting or you agree with Bryan's pacifism...
It's not pacifism.
Thank you for spending a part of your morning with us. We're drinking our protein shakes from the gym, and actually, I'm no longer mad at you. So this video did good.
I still think you're a bully and a bull in a china shop.
I'm not a bull in a china shop. You're a what's a good pacifist?
See, you can't even come up with one. You don't even know.
You're a little girl in a daisy field?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, YouTube. We'll get over it. We hope you will too, and we hope this wasn't too uncomfortable for you to watch. Bye, YouTube.
And I believe that our love found its way through the current as the waves